First, maybe.
Well,
Can you say amazing? We are so lucky because we have a local customer slash maker, Elishia, that's here today, and she's been here before, and she brought in her projects. And if you like Tim Holtz, you're going to love everything about today, because
she really likes Tim Holtz.
Alicia's a huge Tim Holtz fan.
Very vintage.
And she brought in all kinds of cool things to show us, and she's going to tell us about it. And we're going to get right to this as soon as we show you some new product. So should we start with the Echo Park things that came in? And Diane, you know a lot about these. Oh, by the way, I'm Kelly. We're here at Memory Bound in Iowa, and Diane is here, and then Alicia's joining us in just a few minutes. But we wanted you to see what came in on Friday.
Yes, it was good stuff.
We had a sneak peek, but it wasn't checked in yet. But now it's all checked in and it's available. And the Be Happy from Echo Park.
Bees are back.
The bees are back in town, baby.
Yeah.
And these are wonderful.
It's called Be Happy.
Be happy, and we all want everybody to be happy. And it says, think happy, be happy. Home is where your honey is. Be mine. You are my sunshine. And you're going to find this online under new, or go to shopping and go to new, and then you'll see Echo Park. Be happy.
And the colors again are
my gosh, cool. I love the papers. Even if you don't want bees, look at this floral. And I love, love, love that grayish blue color that they're using. It makes everything just jump. And here is the multiple cut aparts. You know, bees are pretty special. And the back has got kind of a pattern where the bees are flying in formation. Straight across. Everything's going to be okay. Happy Bee Day. Mind your own beeswax. I think I was told that a few times in my childhood. And here's another bees flying around. This is called Bee Friends with the yellow gingham.
Oh, that's good.
And I love this because for some reason this blue-gray is really striking my fancy.
Very pretty.
And this is called Life is Sweet. And it's got the yellow, kind of more of a honeycomb on the back.
Got a lot of people jumping on this morning. Happy Monday.
Welcome and happy Monday. And this, I just love it, Diane. I really do.
It's good.
You know, 2 years ago we had Be Crafty for our national, well, it was for a summer promotion. It might have been National Scrapbook Week. And we needed this paper then.
Wow.
This is Happy as Can Be. I love those puns. Teresa needs to read these because she likes puns too. And here's the 4x4s.
Queen bee, that's cute.
Yeah, they did a really nice job. When I was talking to Madison at Echo Park, he was very excited about this collection, and it's been selling already.
Yep.
And it says, pardon the weeds, I'm feeding the bees. And then we've got the ones with the little bee flying back to his hive, and that's Busy Beehive. And then you got the black and gold or yellow. And here's the little flowers called Sweet Stems.
Florals are really good.
I know, I love it. And then there's just a green.
I like that green. Ooh.
I do too. And if you just look how you can put things together. Yeah. I mean, look at that, everybody.
Yeah, beautiful card. Mini album.
And here's the 4x6. Just be you, be kind. And then on the back, it's got all your honey. I have a cousin that, you don't really say grows honey or raises honey. I don't know what. Makes honey. He's got bees. He lives in Nebraska, and I love it when they send us honey.
My husband loves honey, and so does my oldest grandson. So they always get honey in their stockings.
Oh, perfect. And if you want it all, we do have the collection pack where you get all the papers we just showed you and the sticker sheet. It's $15.99. And then here's the solids. We have the individual solids too. I just didn't grab them, but if you wanted to get your papers that are all dyed to match your collection, there you go.
Which we love that manufacturers are doing that now.
I don't know if Cheryl's watching, but Cheryl usually gets 2 of these to 1 of these. So she kind of got us going with that. And then there's a couple of really cute dies. This little bee, he's layered, and I'll show you the back so you can see all of his cute little pieces. But I think he's adorable. He kind of reminds me of Doodlebug. And then this one is the stitched
That's
beehive.
the one I liked.
Look at it, guys.
Yeah.
It's stitched hexagons.
That's really cool.
You could do a lot with that. $12.99 and $9.99 for our little bumblebee.
Good morning, Sue from Florida.
Hey, Sue.
Probably really warm down there.
Yeah, it's going to be nice here. And that's called Hive Rules stamp. And this one is cute as can be, and those are both $12.99, and they're really cute. I bet we're going to get Teresa to use these.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for. And then we've got the frames and tags and the ephemera, and I'll flip it around. I just think the colors on this really pop. They're just really good.
Really fun.
And those are $4.99.
They would be fun to make things with.
Oh, I thought there was 2 stencils. There's 3. So
Three
this is
stencils.
called What's the Buzz? And then we have Friendly Flowers. These are $6.99. And then this one's going to be really popular. This is the Beehive Hexagon. And you know what? This would be perfect for those pouncers because this is a little delicate for your brushes and the pouncers that we showed you last week. You just kind of go like this, and it doesn't rub against those little thin pieces of stencil. And then we have the 6x6 pad. That's $7.99. So thank you, Echo Park. I think that's a wonderful collection.
Sue, we had frost here this morning. We've had frost the last 2 or 3 mornings.
This morning?
Yes, we did.
Oh, geez, I didn't look out. I just got my
we
garage.
had frost and
Wonder
had
how
put
my
all my
tulips
ferns
are.
back in
Okay,
in
and
the
then
garage.
the other collection that came in from this one is from Cartabella, and if you don't realize it, Echo Park and Cartabella are sister companies.
Yep.
So this is Flora number 6. So they've had 6 of these collections. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful paper. It's textured, and it's the typical Cartabella, and I just love it.
Yeah, it's the weight of this paper. I love
It's heavier,
this paper
and it's
right
got that
here.
kind of felt texture.
That was
And then the back of it is
cool.
really nice. And again, I'd like to just show you how
Yeah.
it's hard to see them when you're not here.
We needed this for
And then
Flower
look at this.
Month. Oh, yeah.
And what's nice about these, and watch for a card kit. We've got a card kit coming with this. Teresa's making. A lot of the cut aparts are messages like "Thank you, Happy
They're
Birthday." So
good.
if you want to make
Happy
a card,
birthday.
or if you're doing a layout for something.
Oh yeah, they're good verbiage.
And then here's some daisies with the green on the back. And then look at this one, how nice this looks with the green. And the back of this one is like a gingham, but it's watercolor. A lot of this is watercolor. So this is the 6th collection in the Flora line. This is called Groovy Stems. And then it's got kind of that burgundy. There's 2 different color schemes going on in this collection.
Yep.
And you can kind of tell that we changed a little bit. And that's the other.
Oh, those are good.
You know what they're
sayings,
calling?
too.
Oh, maybe this one was called something about groovy too. So here's soft stems. And this is, I like this one too. Check that out.
Yeah. This one is gorgeous.
Yeah. Diane, what do you call this color?
Mauve.
Oh, yeah, it probably is
It's
mauve.
the old-fashioned mauve.
Yep, it's back, everybody.
It is back.
It's back. And then these are really lovely also.
Oh, lots of sayings.
Yeah,
Wow.
they did a really good job. It's really geared towards card making on the cut aparts. But if
Yeah.
you're scrapbooking, you can just kind of, look at the papers together. You'll make a beautiful layout. Maybe that or that.
It would make a beautiful Mother's Day folio.
Oh my gosh, yes. I wish we could do that.
Wish we had time to do that.
Here's the sticker sheet.
I love all those little wildflowers.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And then Chris pulled also the solids for us. And then I always like to do what Katie does, and you flip them around.
Ooh, those 3 colors. Look at those.
And like
Wow.
the Be Happy, these are dyed to match your paper, so you can
Yeah.
see like how well
Man. Don't even have to think about
those
it.
go together.
Wow.
And if you just want it all, we've got the Flora pack. Okay, and there's 2 different collection packs. So Maybe I need, oh, no,
This
no, no.
is
This
5.
is Flora 5. I'm sorry. We got the Flora 5 in there. Here's the Flora 6.
Here's the 6.
So that's got all the paper we showed you except for the solids and the sticker sheet. And just so you know, we do have a pack of Flora 5, and I think we have the Flora 5 solids maybe. So if you love this and you love the look, you can still get Flora 5 if you'd like. And that's $14.99. And the new one is $15.99 because, like everything, it's going up in price. And here are the solids.
Gorgeous colors. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And then there's 2 stencils. And those flowers with the stems are pretty cool.
Yeah,
don't you
they
think?
are. Yeah.
Wildflower stems and prettiest picks is this one. And then we've got a pack of frames and tags. And I'll flip her around.
That tag right up there in the corner is pretty cool.
And then here's the ephemera. It was buried. I was afraid they didn't have ephemera. I'm like, what? You don't have my favorite stuff? Yeah, I love how they're printed. So they're like good. On this one, it's not just a plain tag. It got those flowers across the bottom. And then we've got the 6x6 pack here. And this is what Teresa's going to be using for the card kits. Can't wait. She was showing me a preview today.
Ooh.
And then there's 2 different stamps. This is Friends Are Flowers.
I love the flowers on there.
And this one's called Grateful for You. Again, there's lots of messages.
Yeah.
And I just...
Very usable.
Diane, I love this one. It looks like it's like taped.
Yeah. Saw that.
It's really fun. So
very usable stamps.
Flora number 6 and Be Happy, brand new. And remember, we got all those Simple Stories new collections last week. Diane, you were buried with
I was buried with, but I got it all done by the time I left on Friday.
So anyway, everyone, we want to let you know that we do have those new paints that Tim released from the vault, and the new Distress tin are coming to Memory Bound. So if it's something you want, let us know, give us a call, or send us an email. We do have a bundle where you can get all 5 sets of the paints, and it's $10 off. So you save $2 a bundle pretty much, or $2 a paint set. And we'll have more information on that here on our Facebook page.
And hopefully they'll be here soon.
Yeah, we're anxious.
Yeah.
Tim, once again, he did it. He did it again.
Another good video. It was another long one, but
it's just amazing.
The ideas that he comes up with, it's
and you know what,
amazing.
Diane, it is the perfect transition for today's video
because
Elishia is a huge. Come on over, Elishia. Elishia loves Tim Holtz, and you're going to love Alicia's projects.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass my microphone over to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here, Elishia. We really appreciate it.
And she is using a lot of the new Tim Holtz product from Ideology.
Yes.
That we got in a month or so ago.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll just start
I was going to say, just if you want to show whatever, and then if anybody has any questions.
Well, if you want to describe what we're looking at here, Elishia does a lot of home decor type stuff, and she really uses a lot of her own pictures from her family, which she is so very fortunate to have a lot of the pictures. Okay. So we'll just start at the top.
Yeah, so this is my, I think that would be my great-grandfather when he was a baby. Which same thing, all these are copies, so they're not the original pictures.
Right.
They're copies I make here in the store.
And they really look good.
They look great.
Our copier does.
Yeah, it does a really good job. So just same thing, some Tim Holtz ephemera. These are actually old buttons that I have from a stash that they were actually my grandma's buttons. And then all the little Tim Holtz jars. There's some of the little eggs that I had painted. Lots of distress ink.
And what's the box?
The box is just an old box that I had. You could use like a cigar
anything,
box.
But look at how she did the sides.
Yeah, it had some holes in the side, and so I just used the little labels, and I grunge everything up a lot.
Even more than it was.
Yeah, even more than it was. And this is texture paste.
Is it the crackle?
That one is not the crackle. I actually did both.
Okay.
So this up here is the crackle.
Yep. Okay.
And then this is through a stencil, a Tim Holtz stencil, and that's just the texture paste.
But that
really not
crackle.
Looks,
and then you ink it.
I ink the heck out of everything. I sand it.
What's your favorite ink?
Gathered twigs and pumice stone and frayed burlap.
Okay.
And I mix them a lot. There's a lot of these projects I will have used all 3. Yep. I also
look at the top.
Yeah, and this is some of the backdrops paper, and I just tear it.
And it looks like it's right on the box.
Yeah, so I use collage medium to put down first, then the paper, and then sometimes when it's a little wet, I sand it, and it gets some of that natural tearing and pulling, and then I seal everything. So after I did all those layers, then I seal it with collage medium again, just so that it won't come off when you touch it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But you're really good at making things look
old and gross.
Love it. Elishia and I have kind of the same taste.
Old, gross, and grungy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Oh, she used a loop pin, buttons,
loop pin,
gem.
buttons. Yep.
Oh, and then this right here. So that is these.
Yep.
And did we bring the frames over?
I don't know if we did, but I know right where they're at.
Yep. Look how she changed the look of these frames. So this is how it ended up, and this is how it starts. So can you tell us how you did that?
So on that, I just took grit paste with my finger, and I just put grit paste all around it with my finger. Sometimes I'll let it dry a little bit, and then I will add mushroom alcohol ink to it, and it does this weird oxidation thing that I'm sure you're supposed to let the grit paste dry, but I don't. And so that's what you get.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah. And then on the little chipboard quote piece,
I use these.
Yep.
These are his new ones. Okay.
I use the translucent crackle.
Okay, so she used grit paste, which I'm not sure if we have any of that in stock, but it's a great product to make things look very dimensional and old. That looks like just a really, really old label.
So here's the grit paste.
Okay, perfect. Grit paste.
Grit paste.
Okay, perfect.
And then mushroom alcohol ink is usually what I use the most. And then the crackle paint translucent is actually what I put over the chipboard quote to give it that crackly effect. And then I use a distress crayon on top of that.
And what color of crayon?
I think it's walnut stain.
Okay. And that was the one we didn't have in stock.
Because they come in the pack of 4 or 5 or whatever it is with all the neutral colors.
But the neutral ones, crayons are coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
all right.
This one?
So this one, same thing. This is from the Tim Holtz Backdrops paper.
4 or 5.
Volume 4.
Okay.
And then I had an old stamp set at home that I did kind of the background, so I used one of the neutral pieces.
And then I just got a lot of cool papers.
Yeah, and then I took some of my stamps, which I know they're not the exact ones, but this one is perfect. That you can take this and just I use black archival ink.
Yep.
And then just stamped all over the background to kind of fill in some of those white spaces.
This paper is really grungy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
really perfect all on its own.
It is perfect. You don't really even have to do much to it.
No, but that's what, like these little things down here. And then same thing, just some of the ephemera, some of the new Tim Holtz ephemera.
And labels. And again, the tiny attacher.
Yep.
And Elishia goes to her stash
a lot.
I
have a lot. So these are both of the new, so I've got pieces from both of these on that one.
Kind of tip them up. They're really glary. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, and these have tons and tons of product in them. I dumped them out yesterday for a project, and I just could not believe.
Yeah. And one of my tricks for these layer pieces are shiny, and I don't really care for that. So you'll see in a lot of my projects, I use frosted crystal on it.
Oh, that's another cool technique too.
I sand it.
You've showed
I
that
sand
before.
it, I ink it, and frosted crystal on almost everything that's glossy like that because I just don't care for that glossy tone.
Right.
I did use some of the new little metal pieces.
Okay.
Right there. Let's see.
I don't know if we
grabbed those. We grabbed
They're
those
hanging
either.
on the wall. And frosted crystals are. Doug, here's the. Sorry. Doug was putting stuff on. Okay, this is the frosted crystal right there.
Yep.
And it's a really cool product. It's kind of that.
I use a lot of it.
You do.
I
use
love
a lot of it. I got to remember to use it.
Yeah, I love it. And then I use the gilded foundry wax on most of my metal embellishments. I just like the look that it gives, and it's easy. And I probably don't use it in the right way necessarily.
Do you heat it?
I do heat it.
Okay.
Sometimes on the metal, I can't get it to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay, and that gold leaf.
Yep, that
right
gold little
there
leafy flower
has the foundry wax on it.
Yep, that's got the gilded, I think, is the color.
Oh, the gilded?
Yep.
And what's the other one in there?
The other one in there's Mind.
Mind.
Yeah.
My
And like
copper.
this one, you can see I didn't do anything to this one. I didn't do anything to the quote chip or to the frame. This is from the little translucents, the translucent pieces.
Now, is that a real picture?
That's my grandma.
You've got the neatest.
I know, I'm so lucky.
Picture. You are lucky.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I use these quite a bit.
And these are quite fun.
I didn't think I would like them.
But
I used them quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used them in that mini album that I made.
Yeah, I used them quite a bit.
Yeah, they were a fun product. And then this is the, let's see, the metal.
Oh, yep. We got
the new metal.
The new little ones. Yep.
Pieces that are so cool that they're in different shapes.
And that one, I'm pretty sure I used some paint on one of them and then just left the other one plain.
Okay. Yep.
And I just tied them onto that little string that was already around. That little frame right there was already sewn.
And the frames are a new one too.
Yep.
And you can see all the strings are hanging down.
Yep. I love these.
Perfect. They're already sewn.
They are.
So nice.
And I do ink everything. I ink everything with gathered twigs, pumice, frayed burlap, all of it.
It's hard to do anything without inking.
Yeah, I can't. I try and I can't.
I know.
I just ink it all up.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
We'll do the book.
The book, this one?
Yeah.
This one was just a super cheap dollar store book. Literally, I think I paid $1 for it. I left the back so you could see it's just a plain black. Yep. I kind of left it. I did ink a little here on the edges. And this paper was actually, I wanted a really dark green and I couldn't find the dark green in the Tim Holtz backdrop. So I went to the, was it Reminiscence? Those
yes.
books? It was one of
from
those.
Elizabeth Craft?
Yes, from Elizabeth Craft. And it was one of the one that had more Christmassy colors in it because I really was going for that dark green.
That might have been number one.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been.
Neat
but
stuff
anything. I mean, there's plenty of papers in the backdrops too if you can't.
Yep.
But then all of this back here, this is all some of the new.
She's really good at layering. And she used the tiny attacher.
Yep. Right, and this is mummy cloth.
That's a Tim Holtz product.
Yep. Tim Holtz. Rub-ons. These are all rub-ons.
Okay. And then
even this down here is a rub-on.
And some more of those metal.
Yep. And I even did the side too.
Perfect.
Now, one little trick I've been doing, sometimes the rub-ons, when you put them on, they look too perfect. So I sand over them and then ink on top of it also, again, just to get that kind of, it looks like it's worn off look.
This looks like it came out of Grandma's attic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I don't know what it was, but I loved this piece of ephemera and I loved the library card. So I will say another trick too, I wanted the library card piece over here, so I actually cut it out back there. So I knew I wanted it to look like it was sticking in there and coming out over there, and I didn't want to waste that piece underneath, so I just cut it off. Yeah.
And you put gold around it.
I did. Yep, that's the same thing. That's a little bit of the
foundry.
It's either foundry wax or it might be the luster.
Oh, from Sizzix.
that I rubbed on with my fingers.
Luster wax.
Yeah, could have been that too. Yeah.
Perfect.
And then of course the tape.
Yep.
Kelly's tape that she does. So.
Okay.
Yep. So that's that one.
Yep. Really cool home decor piece.
Yeah. Okay, where to next?
Okay, well let's do the domes. We do have, what is that one called?
This one's the Reliquary Dome.
Reliquary Dome. It's the newest one. It's
Yeah,
the
this is the newest
one.
I
We do
love
have that in
it.
stock.
Love it. So I made this.
So she put a picture in
Yep.
there. Oh, and look at
Same
all
thing.
the little eggs.
I know, can you see it or is it glaring?
Nope, that's good.
I painted the little eggs. Yep.
And the flowers out of the
That's
probably
out of
the
the
layers.
Yep, that's out of the new.
Yep.
That's in the ephemera pack actually.
Okay.
Yep. And the blue is the backdrops paper. It's got a little transparency in there. An old vintage flare that's an old Tim
Yes.
Holtz that I just love that little bird.
And she built it right on the cork.
Yep. And then I did kind of finish the back off a little bit so it didn't look too.
Oh, and you used a pin.
I used a loop pin
Loop
to attach
pin.
it. Yep. So I could control
Wow.
what height it was at. Now, I didn't seal this one. I probably would go back like I did on this one and put some sort of
Okay.
ribbon or something
Yep.
on the bottom, but I kind of wanted you to be able to see.
Yeah,
How I just
and
build
then
it right
some
on
of the
there.
flowers. Those flowers are
Yep, those
Tim
are Tim
Holtz
Holtz. Yep.
that
And
you
then
can
just the-
color and dye. And
Yeah, just the green flower moss stuff. I love these though. I love the size and
yeah,
they're
that's
super
a
cute.
fun piece.
Yep. And then same thing. This was an old Tim Holtz dome.
Yeah, they came out a couple years ago.
Yep. So I kind of did the same thing, same concept. I actually just made the little tag. I don't know why, I just liked that little butterfly on there, and I thought,
Yep,
I don't know where to put it, so I stuck it in a dome. Why not?
it's perfect.
Yeah, why not? Then this one, same thing. I loved this paper. So this is
Yes.
the neutral backdrops paper.
And that's out of Backdrops 5. And you know what? I didn't think I would like that.
I love this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I used it.
I love it.
I won't be using the purple, but I'll
know.
be using everything else.
You know what's funny though? So my grandma Betty, her favorite red and purple are her favorite colors, and so I thought, well, this
Yep,
is perfect. 'Cause
yeah.
normally I'm not a purple person either. But
I'm not either, and I didn't think I would use
But
some
all
of
of
the printed-
these,
Oh
yeah,
my
so
gosh.
that's what
and
this
this
is.
paper here, you'll
It's
see
gorgeous.
that I used that one, and then for a new project, and then this one here.
Yeah,
They're really
they're
cool.
just gorgeous.
Yep.
I love those. So yeah, I actually have this in a neat old frame
where
at
do you
home.
where's the frame?
I stuck it over here.
Yeah, she has a lot of really cool frames
Old
that
vintage
she
stuff.
makes, and look at that.
So at home I have it
Yeah.
hanging on my wall like this.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And who is that? in
That is my dad's parents.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. No lost relatives here.
No, I made one book.
Every day, once
I know.
in a while.
I think I made one book that has some of the little snapshots or whatever of Tim Holtz, but otherwise they're all my
Elishia
family.
has her own lost relatives.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
frame is really cool.
I know, that's one of my favorites. I like that one. Okay, should we go here?
Yeah.
So here's a little mini book that I made. I did
These are
the
just so cool.
file folders.
So she used the die, the
Yep.
Tim Holtz die.
So I have all of them.
Yep.
I probably need to hold them up so they
Okay,
don't.
so what is this one called?
This one
On the
is
back. Specimen. So she used specimen.
Specimen and
Postal.
And
you'll
I
see
used
how
the
she
coin one
used
also.
Yep, and we were out of that one.
Yeah.
These came out, about a year or so ago, and these are just basics that
I didn't think I
use.
needed them, and now I use
Yeah.
them all the time.
Yeah. So
all the time.
there's
all the
a
time.
lot of little pieces in there that you will use.
Yeah. So same thing. This is all just Tim Holtz ephemera, frosted crystal, lots of ink. I will take just threads and just wad it
See
up.
how she
and,
does that? You do that on a lot.
Yeah.
I love that look.
And I love the velvet trims. Do you want me to grab that real quick?
Yeah. She uses the velvet trim. I have never used that, but every time I see it, I really like it, and I need to use it more.
Yeah. I love it. So there's
Yeah.
the velvet trims.
This is the warm.
Yep.
I think there's two.
There's
or
two
three.
more.
Yeah, there's 3 different ones, but
Yep.
she used the warm one.
Yep.
We do have that in stock.
done it before.
So same thing, you know, with the ephemera piece, that I wanted that to be sticking out the side.
Okay.
And anything you can stick out the side, the
Yeah,
top.
it just adds texture.
It does. And
then I
adds so
stamped
much
on the
to
back of it and inked
Oh.
it so it's not white.
Perfect. Another way to use your stamps.
Yep. A little bit of a rub on, and I'm not a huge fan of the pointy finger.
No,
I don't know why, but I used it.
I give all mine away.
It looked good right there,
It
so I was like,
does.
okay, we'll go with it. But same thing, little pieces of ephemera.
And the flowers this time
Yeah,
are
they're great.
beautiful.
I wish there was more of them in
Yes,
there.
I do too.
Because I've had to buy multiple packs
Yep.
just for that.
Yep.
So same thing. There's
Lots of birds,
the
fun
birds, and yep. So yeah, as you can see, the base of this is just the file folders. And what I did was I just poked 2 holes,
Yep. And tied them together.
tied it.
With any kind of ribbon, twine, string.
Anything. Yep.
It's that easy.
And after I did it, I thought, oh, I should have put reinforcers on there, but it's been fine. It holds
Yeah.
up without it.
Yeah.
It holds up without it.
Fun
So, yeah.
pictures.
That one really gets me.
Yeah. That's so
Aren't they
funny.
funny?
Great little mini book.
Here's another little mini book I did with rings. This size is great.
Oh yeah, we got the Tim Holtz ones finally in. We
Yep.
had trouble getting. They're called mini book rings, and they're in 3 or 4 different colors.
Yeah. Which
they're
actually I'll be
good.
getting some more of these today
Yeah.
because I wish I would have had that darker
Yep,
color to put
yep.
on there.
And you can always alcohol ink the metal ones too.
Yeah.
If you don't, just use mushroom ink.
So same thing. These are the frames, the new stitched frames.
So that's your base. That's cool.
Yeah.
And how easy.
Yep. And I love that flower.
yep.
I just love it. And 22 is kind of a special number, so that's why it works
Perfect.
perfect.
It
that
does.
was on
You
the
have to
paper,
look
so
for
I
those
tore
little
it. Yeah.
things.
Some things mean something and
Yep.
some don't.
Yep.
Same thing. This is the file folder.
Perfect.
So just cute pictures of my grandma with some ephemera. And this was just part of a frame because I liked how this, I
Yep.
stamped this on there with an old stamp, but I liked that.
So again, she went to her stash. You get out your stamps, your
Just use it.
dies, your
Yeah.
embellishments, and
Yeah, same thing. This is a stitched frame.
that's like perfect size.
And that was a piece of ephemera
Yes, it was.
out of this.
Yeah, there's so many cool ones.
So
in there.
many pieces in here.
Yep.
Yeah, and you'll see in a couple other projects.
136 pieces.
Yeah, I used a lot. I used a lot of it.
and they're fun.
Yeah,
Fun,
very
fun.
cute. So here's the envelope from the postal.
Okay.
And I did just a little picture in there.
Oh,
Kind of
how
stamped
fun.
on the back.
And you stamped on the inside of the envelope.
That
That was paper.
Backdrops paper.
Perfect. That
Yep.
looks really cool.
That's what I like about all the backdrops paper is that when you cut it out, you've got
yeah.
inside, outside, all of
Yep,
it.
You do. Perfect.
And then I did a tag on the back, and I kind of ripped the transparency because I didn't want the whole thing.
I tried to rip mine, but
I cut it first.
Okay,
Just
I cut
snip it
it,
a little first, and then you can tear it.
Okay, because I tried that.
You get what you get because it kind of ripped a little more than I wanted it to,
Okay.
and I tried to stick it back in there, but it's okay.
It looks good though.
Yeah. And then one of the big tags like this, I use these all the time.
Yeah. These are called salvage tags. And I just love the twine in there too. And look at all the
Yeah.
fun colors.
I love these.
Gotta have
Love them.
those.
Yep, I use those all the time. This one's the coin envelope one, so I've got a little button and a little, same thing, say how I did the rub on,
Oh, yep.
but
Perfect.
sanded it off a little bit.
Nothing can look new.
No, it can't.
Perfect. Cute
And then
little
the back
book.
of the book.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
So there's that one.
And she has them put in the file.
Yep, I did the little file folder, or what, card file.
Card file. And that's
Yep.
perfect for holding these
Yep.
little mini albums.
And I will say, these come off super easy.
Yep.
You just take them off, and then you can get your paper right underneath. And I didn't slide anything in there. But this is so easy to do. You just cut
Perfect.
your paper, and I kind of cut a long strip and then wrap it around, and
Okay.
then just fill it in where you need to.
Yep. But look how cute that is sitting on
Just
a
a little,
shelf.
crackle paste.
I love
Lots
this
of
paper.
ink. Yeah, lots of ink. Yeah.
And how cute is that sitting out with
Yeah.
all the little mini tags and
Yeah.
mini albums and
Yeah, so here's some more tags I did just with some of the new paper, the new ephemera.
oh, they're so cool. Isn't it just, it's just so much fun to just sit down. You
I
have
know.
everything in front of you.
And
just
honestly, that's
start.
what some of this is. I just play.
Yeah.
I just sit down and sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just start making things.
Yep.
Yeah. Same thing. Those are old pictures of my family.
I was able to do that yesterday too. A couple Sundays I've been able to do that, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
I really should have been working on another project, but I was more inspired.
Yeah.
You have to be inspired.
Yep.
Yeah. And how you stitch. Show how you.
That was actually a stamp.
Oh, look.
That's the Tim Holtz stamp.
Yep.
The stitched
Yep.
stamp that I'm sure if you don't have it, you need to get it.
That,
Even if
or-
you like to sew.
Yep. The rub-ons from
Or the
49
rub-ons.
in Market.
Yep, those I use those everywhere.
Yep.
I do a lot of actual stitching, but I do a lot of rub-ons or
Yeah.
stamping also.
Perfect.
Because once I got this done, I thought, oh, I want some stitching there,
Yep.
but I can't run. This is too thick to run
Yeah.
through my sewing machine. So
So that's when you get out your rub-ons or your stamps.
yes, absolutely. Yep. So then I made these 3 tags.
Yes, and look
Same
at
thing.
these. So Alicia's going to be back sometime in May to show us, to demo this technique, how she made the backdrops or the background for these tags.
Yep.
And it's really cool.
Super easy.
Yeah.
It's messy,
Love it.
but it's super easy and it's really fun.
Can
really
you
pretty.
share how you display all these beautiful projects in your house?
I would say kind of how I have it set up like this here. This is
has
obviously
old
a little.
crates.
This is a little cluttery. But I have an old farmhouse cabinet in my front room that belonged to my grandmother, and so I've got old dishes, just things that mean something to our family's historical things, pieces of old quilts that I set under plates, and then I'll set this stuff around there. So I have a lot of shelves and a lot of knickknacks. Quite a few.
But she has them out. That's
Yeah,
what's
I
great.
have it out.
Is,
I have it out 'cause I love
that
it.
you can enjoy.
Yeah, I love it. I love looking at it. I
Yep.
love making it. I have some stuff I just keep displayed in my scrapbooking room, but a lot of it is out in my house. And when spring and summer's over, all this will go down, and then all my Christmas stuff that I make will go up.
And she has a lot of Christmas and fall and Halloween.
Yeah, Christmas is my favorite.
Yeah, she makes
favorite.
a lot of cool
Yeah,
Christmas
thank you.
stuff.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yep.
Okay, so that's the little
So
file
that's those.
tray.
So let's see. Here's another book I did. Same thing. I just ripped the covers off of this old book, and I grunged
Stamped?
all of this up. I
Yeah.
mean, I inked it, I stamped it, just really grunged it up.
Got some neat stamps. Any background
Yeah.
stamps with words, any numbers.
Oh, here, I brought this one over.
Yeah.
This one
anything
would be
like
this would be
this.
great. Yeah,
And Tim has several
Yep.
good ones.
yeah, yep.
And this one is
It's
called
worth every penny.
Eccentric.
Eccentric,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yep.
how you say that?
Yep.
And this is the same as some of the rub-ons too.
Yes. Yep.
So to me, it makes more sense to do this because you can use it over and over again. So,
Yeah.
so there's that
But
one.
look at these neat frames. I love
Yeah.
the old frames.
Yep,
That's an old one.
that's an old frame too. Yep,
And look at that one.
same thing. Just
Old pictures.
yep, old pictures, Tim Holtz ephemera,
Yep.
lots and lots of good stuff.
And then the one in the back is the 9-inch vignette tray.
Yep.
So instead of using the
So
inside,
instead of using it that way, or using it as a tray to sit. Oh, I think we. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. so
I
she
used the back side
the
of
back
it.
side
So
of
instead
it.
of using it this way,
Yep.
I used it this way.
So this is the one Maggie used last week to make a tray out of, but she
See,
used
you
it
can
as a
see,
frame.
I have extra strings. And I just went around the edge.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yep, that's all crackle paste.
Wow.
Crackle paint.
That looks like white chippy barn.
It's beautiful.
Wood.
I just love it.
Yeah.
And then like I said, to get it to not really chip off after I've got it to the color I want, I do usually put collage medium over it just to seal it.
Okay, so what product did you use to make the chippy,
I use let me go grab it. It's the Distress Crackle.
Oh yeah, the stuff that Maggie uses a lot to make that. Look at that look. Looks just like old worn barn door.
It's
Okay,
this.
it's the Crackle Paste Opaque Crackle.
Yep. And you can use it sparingly, or you can use it like I do and
Put
just
it on
smash
really
it on there.
heavy.
Yep. And I typically just use my fingers, I'm not going to lie.
You and Maggie. Okay.
And I did run some of it through. You can not see it so much, but a little bit of a stencil back there.
Perfect.
And then this is just the warm and natural that I cut out with my pinking shears.
Which we have in stock. There is the warm and natural. And I just love using this.
I do too. And I
just
pull it and tear it and
$5.29 for a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's a big,
that's
very big
plenty.
sheet.
Absolutely. Yep. So same thing, I just layered some of the paper and I did all the sewing on the paper before I adhered it to this.
Which is a good tip.
Yeah.
Oh, and look what you used there.
Yeah.
That's one of the tacks or nails.
Yep, one of the nails. Yep.
Of Tim Holtz.
Yep.
And then just some ephemera and buttons and
Yep.
just fun pieces.
Yes, that one was fun. And then I did the same thing. Whoops. I did the same thing on this one, or it's the same idea, same concept. This one I just used grit paste
Okay.
with the different stencils.
Lots of different stencils here.
And then a little bit of crackle up in the corners.
And then put
And then these are the strips.
the new
Those are the new ones. Yep.
Tim
so
Holtz
those
strips that come.
which I love these.
Yeah, they're just like 2x6 strips of just ephemera.
Yep. So many colors.
That's really cool.
They're perfect. But yeah, so I did those all the way around the edges just to kind of finish it off a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the collaging is already all done for you.
Yep. Yeah.
And all of
one was
this, I
really
love.
fun. Oh, I know. The reds and the
Yeah.
greens and the golds. I just loved it. It all just goes together so well.
Perfect. Perfect. How fun.
All right, are we getting bored yet?
No, we'll just, let's see, what haven't we showed? Okay, let's do the cutting board.
The cutting board.
Yes.
So
Elishia brought this in a while ago to show us, and we thought, oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
So then we got cutting boards in stock.
Yep. So this is actually a 49 in Market rub-on from the Tranquility that I
Yes.
don't think you have anymore,
Yep.
but I'm sure a lot of people have them.
Yes.
I will say it was not the easiest to get on.
But it looks
but it
good.
looks beautiful now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And I love that
Yep.
picture.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's my mom right there.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I just put some paper behind it to back it, a little doily, and then I glued the little clip on there. But same thing up here, a little loop pin and a
she
little
used
charm.
just some fabric, probably out of her
just
stash.
old fabric out of my stash. Any fabric or anything that you see, it's probably left over from my grandma. So
Yeah. And we have the cutting boards
Yep.
in stock. They're a little different shape, but these are the ones that we have.
those would be perfect, though.
Yeah.
They'd be perfect.
Yeah.
You could paint
And
them
they're,
and
whoops,
stain 'em.
$13.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Oh,
with them.
yeah.
How fun for
Oh my
a
gosh, can you
kitchen with
imagine?
recipes or
Or
old.
if you did the crackle paste.
Yeah.
Put
An old,
I got an idea.
put an old recipe or for Christmas baking or.
Yeah, these are cute.
Okay, I got to go back. There was a question back here. Where did it go? Let's see here. Anyway, you can do some of this on canvas instead of wooden boxes. Oh yeah, you can.
Oh, absolutely.
The stretch canvases that we have.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, or a canvas board. You can use anything.
I think any of this stuff would work on any surface.
And the other thing I have used are I've taken books apart and I've used the covers.
The book covers.
The book covers as backgrounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Too. So anything like that.
Anything that you have that,
Definitely.
Oh, here's a little one. This is a little tag. So same thing. I just used a couple of little, the number 8. I think it's the number 8. Here.
Yeah.
The distress tags.
So and folded them.
Yep. I just folded them together, glued them together.
And she made a little book.
Made a little book.
How fun is that?
Yeah.
And how easy.
So easy. Yeah, this one was so cute. And I embossed it. That's with the gold embossing.
Okay.
powder.
That's another thing you got to remember. There are so many different techniques that she uses that it's just, you just have to be reminded to do it.
And sometimes I get on a little bit of a kick.
Yep.
And you can see it because I'm like, oh, I put frosted crystal on everything.
But that's okay.
So here's another little book I made with the same concept where I just punched the holes and tied it in the middle.
And this is out of the 6x10 backdrop paper.
Yep, and I just took a piece of the paper and I folded it in half and made a book out of it. Because I love the paper.
Yeah.
Love the paper.
If you haven't gotten the paper, it is so much fun.
Yeah.
How many have you bought? A few.
I don't want to say.
I've got 2.
I might get some more before I leave today. But same thing, this is just all ephemera, most of the newer ephemera.
Yeah, how fun.
I just love it. And the frames, the stitched frames.
You do just a wonderful job of layering.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one
Fun.
This one was fun to put together too.
Fun pictures.
This one was maybe one of my favorites.
Okay. And this is using the folio that I just used for the garden one. It's the paper.
This folio.
The accordion folio.
We turned this into this.
And again, instead of using the twill, I
just used some of my own fabric.
Yep. And tore it.
I inked it a little bit. I tried to do the little tea and coffee stain thing. That didn't work out so good.
Sometimes it's just easier to ink.
Just multiple layers. I will say, like with this flower, I cut that from a piece of ephemera out of the ephemera pack.
And look at that cool picture. Cool picture.
So I don't know if you can see, but it came in a big card like that.
Okay. Yep.
And I needed some more yellow on the front, so I just fussy cut, which I'm not great at fussy cutting. So I fussy cut those.
Yep. Perfect.
The base of this is just inked with all my ink colors that I do. And then with black archival ink, I stamped.
And look at the
You can
stamp.
see
When
the
she told me
whole-
what stamp this was, it was like, oh, gracious.
I actually used
Look
this
at
stamp.
that. And this is a Halloween.
Yep.
Exquisite.
Yep, this is a Halloween stamp.
And the background that she stamped
Yep.
the front of it. But again, she went to her stash and pulled that one out and stamped on the
base of it.
Base of it, and look
Stamped
at that.
all over.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, they are loving this.
Good.
Pam says, "Glad I didn't miss today."
And then same thing, I've got all the little, some of the little pockets, all kinds of stuff. This, see if we take this apart. I didn't want to have to decorate every single one of these pages. So I just cut pieces that fit in here, cut around it, inked it, stamped this stuff, and then glued this one on here.
So that's another technique. I cut mine in half.
Yeah. It just made it a little easier to deal with.
It does come out.
Yes, this piece is normally not attached.
And it's like an accordion, but you can do really fun things.
And this piece over here is normally flaps open, but I sewed it so that it would stay down.
Do you ink first and then stamp? You probably stamp.
Honestly, I don't know. Sometimes I do one and sometimes I do another.
Okay.
I do both. I mean, I don't think it matters.
Sometimes I ink, I get a little quick on inking, and then I decide what I want to do, so it really doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it matters. No. I do know with this one, I kind of thought I would do a little bit of this stamp, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no, I got to make it go together.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. So I put paper down here.
And it can be a pain.
Yes. Elishia just
so
stamped,
if I just
and
stamped,
I love.
So really, yeah, this is just that manila color.
Yep.
So going from this to this was just a little bit of gathered twigs, pumice stone, frayed burlap here, there, and everywhere.
And then stamped in archival black. Which I like too, instead of a color.
Yep. Yep.
And when you really sewed.
Yeah, don't ask me how I did that.
That's pretty cool.
I got a little carried away with my sewing machine a few times. But so, same thing, I just carried that whole theme of the stamp over onto all these little pieces that fit in here. And I tried to stick with blues, yellows, and blacks in this one.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so same thing on that one.
How fun.
Yeah.
Just fun pieces.
Yeah, this one was really fun. This one took me quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one took me a while.
Love it.
But it was really fun.
Okay. So, just some little cutting boards.
Yeah, some little miniature cutting boards. Same thing. I can honestly tell you, I don't know where I got the actual cutting boards, but I painted them.
Just with white?
Just with white.
Yeah.
So you can see after I painted them white, this is what they look like. And then just by sanding it, inking it, and then I stamped on the background.
And she used one of the new Tim Holtz stamps that we just got in. She used this one.
I used this new one.
And it's called Tiny Prints.
Tiny Prints. Love this.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Really cool.
Love it.
How fun.
And that was black archival on the back of the board.
Yeah, just doing it in black is so cool.
I know, it's just gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
and then
really pretty.
What else did you use?
So then I also used pieces of this.
The new collage paper, and this is called photographic. It's just got images all over it.
And I will say there's some of like the people, and like there's some that I didn't super love, so I just kind of went through and picked out the ones that the pictures I really liked.
And it tears really easy.
It tears really easy, and then it goes on really nice too. Just a thin layer of collage medium.
Yep.
I lay this down, and then I will say I do some inking before. So like I inked and this is just it's like whatever the cards, the heavy cardstock or whatever from Tim Holtz.
Oh, yeah.
So I just used that. I inked it a little bit, but like this is part of the transparency. Is that or collage paper? Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the collage paper. All of this is.
So she just put
pieces together, and then once you kind of ink the edges and ink around, then when you put the collage medium on, it kind of blends the ink in together. Now, if you're real picky about not getting ink in your collage medium, be careful. But I don't care about that. So, but that's kind of how I get that aged look. Same thing. These are stars or rub-ons.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sharon wants to know how did she have time to do all these with the new things that just came out?
I don't have a life. I have no friends.
Oh.
I have a room. I can make a huge mess, and I have a daughter in college. And one in high school, so they don't want to be around me very much. So I got plenty of time.
And she works part-time.
And I work part-time. Yeah.
And she gets things done. She's a kind of a fast. You get things done.
I try not to overthink it.
Yes.
I try to just do it.
Yeah.
If I have an idea, I'm like, let's just go do this. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
And if you get out, like the project I was doing yesterday, I knew what I wanted to use, so I got everything out and then kind of went back and decided what else I wanted to use. And then those were the products that I used.
Just pick out what you like and use that.
Yeah.
I will say, I was telling Diane this morning, so this one, I had this made as a book, and I didn't like the way the book was turning out, but I loved the cover.
Yep.
So I will keep this, and I will probably put this on something like this.
Yeah.
or I'll find something to do with it.
Or just put it on an easel and
Right.
it's cute just the way it is.
So it doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of this stuff that I start with and it sits around for weeks before I finally figure out what I'm going to do with it. And sometimes I don't do anything with it either, so you never know.
Sometimes you have to look at it if it's not what you like.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I do have these little ones too. I think these were Christmas ornaments that I bought on clearance.
Perfect.
Same thing. And as soon as I saw these little...
Yes, and those were our printouts of the flowers.
These. I love these.
We've got 2 different sheets of them. And it's perfect for spring and summer.
Yeah.
And they're just so much fun.
So same thing to just, to take something like this and turn it into something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
super fun. Cute.
Okay, Elishia, I think a weekend with you would be awesome. I could learn so much. Yes, you could. We all could.
You might be a little disturbed in my brain. I don't know if it would be a good thing.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Well, have we gone through everything? Man, she showed us a lot of fun products, different techniques. And again, she will be back in May to show us those one really cool tags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was...
Yeah, those.
So this, and there was some that I put the...
Are those.
Yeah, this was a really super fun, easy technique.
Yeah.
I loved it.
She'll be back. And May, it's going to be Tim Holtz month and mini folio, mini album month is what we're planning on May. So Elishia will be back.
Let's see what else I can come up with.
Yeah, so I think we've showed everything. She showed us home decor stuff, and boy, it's just really cool. So we thank you so much. They loved it. Lots of hearts, a lot of new fun ideas. So that's a wrap for today. And tomorrow, let me go find our sheet. Oh, is that Chris? Yeah. Okay, Chris from behind the wall. It is, she is kicking off our mini album. We're kind of doing it a few days early, so she has a mini album that she will be showing us. Okay, I think that's it. Have a happy Monday. Hope it's nice weather where everybody's at, and enjoy your day. Thank you.